So Recreators does two things very interestingly this week. The first of which is something I was not expecting, with the ending being something that I've been predicting and hoping that would happen for quite a few weeks. The first thing that I'm actually very impressed that they did, because I really wasn't thinking of this and I didn't really see anyone speculate this, but what if they had a secret weapon of creating a version of Altair, but of a new kind of like being, so to speak here, because essentially it's the final design that Altair's creator did before she committed suicide, but it's coming from one of the other creators and it's going to have the same abilities as Altair. The issue is even though they kind of like pinpointed and kind of like tied up every loose end that they thought, there isn't enough creation and just like support behind this creation compared to an unlimited supply with no defined master currently. So I did like that because I thought, wow, okay, I guess we're not going to see the creator get revived here, and it's just going to be this, and I thought this would last a couple of episodes, and then they end it in a way of like, oh, she was able to cancel out Altair's existence and she took over. But you know, of course, at that point, we're episode 20, there's 22 episodes in this series, of course, she's not gone yet, and they're gonna have to do something else here. Not to mention our main character, he just had Magane pretty much twist his words to basically allowing him to remove the shackles of needing support and approval by audience to create something, so there is still too much to do with his character that this was going to end here. So I liked it because it was interesting seeing a character go up against someone who seemingly has unlimited power for even a short while because she seems so damn powerful. And it was like, okay, I guess maybe we are going to have something here. And then of course she puts on that hat and then just sword skewers one of the other characters and is like, okay, where are we going? And this is where I was like, we gotta be going here. If a version of Altair isn't enough to defeat her, the only one who can is going to be her creator. That's the only way that they can go about this. And they actually had this plan, but the issue is they never foreshadowed this event like they did with the other characters, so there's no way that they would have the approval. But like our main character, and Magane says, basically this lie can be twisted around and it will become the truth, which is absolutely what happened, which happened a few episodes back where she twisted the words that our main character was saying to remove the shackles of needing approval. So because he wants to create it, that need of approval is no longer there, and she gets reborn. And we have the scene in the train station before she commits suicide, and Altair's face says it all. What am I going to do? Because her entire reason is set for revenge for what the world did, and I'm pretty damn sure that her creator is not going to be someone who wants the world to end. If she did, she would have done something more than just harm her own self. So next week's episode, that's going to be interesting because I was hoping something like this would happen because it would be so interesting seeing a creation basically seeking revenge on the world for her creator. But what will the interaction be like once the creator says, I don't want this to happen? Will she take her words at face value? Will she think it's some sort of trick? What ultimately is going to happen? And that's going to be interesting. We've lost so many characters. This feels like this is the end finally. We finally have the ultimate trump card here. What ultimately is going to go down, who the hell knows? I think this will have a positive ending, but still, I love this whole birdcage. I love how the birdcage was actually acting like a booster for Altair, and it was kind of like backfiring on what they were going to do. There's so many kind of ups and downs with this episode where you thought they had the advantage and then you thought they didn't have the advantage. This was a good episode. Like, I mean, obviously, episode 21 is the one I'm most excited for because the thing that I've been hoping was going to happen is finally here, and that's going to be interesting. Not to mention, I do hope that if they are able to take out Altair, if we can stop this destruction, that our main character is going to be able to say goodbye to his lost friend, because that's something that I really want to see done here. But I thought this was a fun episode. It had the emotional pulls from the writing, but also had some pretty fun action. It was insanity seeing basically two Altairs kind of going up against each other, but essentially the other one is just canceling out everything that she has been doing to our characters. That was fun. I think just really, this series is doing exactly what I wanted to do. Everything that I think I really needed to see from the series is happening, and I have total confidence that the final two episodes are going to do everything that it needs to conclude this fantastic series. Of course, there is some art issues here or there. There has been quite a few art issues with Recreators in the second half, but nothing that the final Blu-rays and DVDs aren't going to be able to touch up. But I think when it comes to the actual animation, they are doing some damn fluid movement, and I've been having a blast with this. This is just such a beautiful series from every single category, and I'm so excited for that interaction next week. But let me know your thoughts. What did you first think of the kind of first secret weapon of basically making a creation mirror the image of the final design that her creator made, but also being from a different creator? And then also, were you like me, thinking that something like this would happen and that her creator would be brought into this birdcage, so to speak? Because this is something that, as weeks went on, more people seemed to jump aboard on the idea, because like 4 or 5 weeks ago, I was like, this is what they gotta be doing here, and I'm glad it's finally happening. But let me know your thoughts overall on this wonderful episode down in the comment section below. And before we leave, smack that like button to show your support. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. So until next time, everyone, please take care and have a good one.